Okay, Nola, I don't want you to eat my books. Granola, don't eat my books. They're my books. Yeah? Is everybody as excited as I am? Because I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked. I love this readathon. I don't know, I just love it. I think it's so cute. It gets me into the holiday spirit and the book spirit, the reading spirit. It's just like super fun, and the people who organize it are so nice. I just team on Team Candy Cane. We're gonna win because I'm competitive that way. Hi everyone, it's me, Jess. It's so nice to be back on the booktubes. I did not film a video last week because, y'all, I got the flu so nasty. Such a nasty flu. Literally knocked me over for 6 days, I think. 6 days of flu. That's a long time to be ill for. I don't know, flus these days seem a lot more intense than what I remember them to be. So if you are out there and you're watching this video and you're feeling crummy, you are not alone. I'm not feeling crummy now. Maybe I'm just here like on the other side of it to tell you you can get through it. You will survive this year's flu, but it made me realize that I wished I had gotten the flu shot. Just one of those things where it was being offered at my work and I left work. I had the intention of going to get my flu shot before leaving work, and I just left work like a regular day and completely spaced out that I should have stopped by the little clinic that they had there to get my flu shot. So paid for it big time. I'm still sniffly, still coughing, still not feeling 100%. But I had to hop on and tell you what my TBR plans are, my reading plans are for this year's Reindeer Readathon, which I am so excited is happening again. So thank you so much to Break Even Books, who puts on this readathon. I don't know how many years he's been doing it. I did it for the first time last year, and I just had so much fun with it. And I'm doing it again this year, although I have to say that I'm finding it a little bit more challenging this year to find books for the prompts. I'm not really sure why. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not vibing as well with the prompt. Nothing to the organizers, like that's not on the organizers. It might just be on, you know, what I happen to have on my shelves at the moment that I really want to read. But I've done my best to put a pile together. So let's jump into it. Oh, I should have said, if you are interested in participating in the Reindeer Readathon, I'm going to leave all of the information in the description box below, all of the links and everything. You still have time to sign up. You have until the end of November to sign up. I'm not sure. I hope that's right. Anyway, if you want to sign up as soon as possible. Let's see, what team am I on? Yes, I'm on Team Candy Cane, which is a thrill. I'm so excited. Yeah, I haven't gotten on to the Discord yet to meet up with other folks on there yet, but you know, I've been sick, so I'm gonna get on there and get chatting with some folks on there. I hope to read as much as possible for my team this December, but I'm not sure. I've been I don't know why, but I've been having a slow reading period. I don't know what it is, but it's taking way more time than usual to read through the books. I don't know if it's the book choices that I've made, but it's just taking me a long time to finish books. So, but I have made a lot of selections, so let's go through them prompt by prompt. So let me just go through the prompts as they're presented in the little prompt PDF that I received. It's so cute. I'm just going to post it up on the screen. It'll be linked in the description box below. So the first prompt, I don't know how they decide the points for these prompts. I should technically go from the highest points to the lowest points in the order of my reading, just in case I can't get to that last one. I don't know. But the one with the least points is the one that I most want to read. Okay, complicated. How do I prioritize? I think I'll just try to read as much as I can. Make as big of a contribution as I can to my team. I'm very competitive. So cute. All the prompts are named after all the reindeer. So cute. Dasher, 15 points. Finish a series or pick up a book that you started and put down If neither of these are options, a short story novella. Okay, so I haven't finalized this choice. Here I am to give you my TBR and I haven't finalized this choice just because I'm torn. I know for sure that by the end of the year, I'm going to have books that aren't finished that I'm still reading. So it would be good to take a look at what's not finished at the end of November, which I'm almost at the end of November, and maybe add that one as the dasher prompt. Or I really want to read Shirley Jackson's short story, The Lottery. So actually that's my choice. I'm going to read Shirley Jackson's short story, The Lottery, because I just kind of discovered her and just really, I don't know, I'm feeling a little obsessed with her right now. So I think I'm going to read her short story for this prompt for Dasher. So that's the first one. That'll be good too because it'll be short, so that'll help me to get the prompts read. The second prompt is Dancer. Oh, hi Nola. Nola's just gonna have a nap right here. So the second prompt is Dancer. Only worth 10 points. Guys, why only 10 points? This is definitely like I have to read this book. The prompt is, I guess I could try to move this prompt to like this book to another prompt, but I don't see where it fits in other than this. So I'm not gonna do that. But because it fits so well with this prompt. So the prompt is a book, a cursive, flowery, elegant font on the cover. And my choice for that, I mean, I don't think you can get any more cursive, flowery, elegant than this font. So this is Daphne du Maurier's My Cousin Rachel. I have read, what have I read by Daphne du Maurier? I've read Rebecca. I've read Frenchman's Creek. Is that it? Have I only read 2? Yeah, I've only read 2. So this will be my third Daphne du Maurier. Oh man, I'm so excited. Every year. So last year in December, I read Frenchman's Creek. And I decided that I love Daphne du Maurier books so much that I wanted to read at least one every year. Kind of spread them out and savor each one. Although she does have quite an extensive backlist, I think. I have a number of her books, and I know that they're not all that great, but I think that My Cousin Rachel is supposed to be one of her best, so I'm really, really looking forward to reading this. I picked this up in the UK when I was there, and I'm loving this copy, and yeah, I'm very excited. It's only worth 10 points, but it's gonna get read. I wish it was worth more points, that one. Okay, so this book is worth 20 points. Who knows? Who knows why? Maybe it's just a random thing, just a random decision. Prancer, which is worth 20 points, is a book with your favorite season on the cover, or the book cover has colors from your favorite season in it. So here I'm kind of doubling up, not for the Reindeer Readathon, but I'm doubling up because one of my book clubs has chosen this book to read, and I couldn't find anything else in my pile that I thought worked for that prompt. So my favorite season is spring. Yep, believe it or not, spring is my favorite season. It rains a lot, but what I love about spring is when the buds are on the trees and they just burst. There's a period in Montreal where the buds just burst out, and it's like everything is this kind of chartreuse green, and it's all just so vivid and beautiful. Now, this book's cover does not have that chartreuse green on it, but I do think that it kind of has some spring elements in it. I'm going to push this narrative for myself. So the book is The Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Mayer. This was the recent winner of the Giller Prize, which is the biggest prize in Canada, and my book club is reading this book, and I'm so excited to read it. I've been on my radar since it was on the list for the Giller Prize, and I don't know, there's a bunny, right? Easter is in spring, so there's a bunny. It just says favorite season on the cover, so I think I can make this pass. So there's a little bunny, there's like a little squirrel, there's a little frog, there's kind of looks like the trees are, you know, it's not high summer. It looks like it could be spring. I'm going to say that this cover is a spring-like cover. The sky sort of looks, oh, I don't know, spring-like. So yeah, this is my choice for that prompt. And this one for sure I'll be reading, so I'll definitely be earning that 20 points. So for sure, I know that I'm going to read these 2 books. For sure, for sure. and that will be at least 30 points for my team. The rest, I'm obviously going to try to read as many as I can, but as I said, for some reason, whether it's been the flu, whether it's been just a heavy workload, or whether it's been this guy taking up all of my energy and time, I've just had a little bit of less time to commit to reading this year. I've noticed I'm behind on my Goodreads challenge for the year. My challenge was to read, I wanted to read 75 books, which I thought was completely doable because I think last year I read 80, and I'm behind. Every time I go on, it says you're behind by 5 books, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lot of pressure. It's making me rethink my goals for 2023, because I think it'd be more fun if you were like exceeding your goal. So maybe I need to reconsider. Anyway, that's a video for another day. Like, how many books will I have to read to hit my goal? I think I have to read like 15 more books to hit my goal. So that's, let's just say that's kind of unlikely. Potentially possible that I could get close. If I read a bunch of little short books, I can make it happen. I guess I could read some kids' books and make it happen. But give me a comment in the comments below just on how you're doing with your reading goals so far, and if you do any funny things to catch up to it like I'm talking about. It's not cheating, but I don't know. I find myself in a position where I'm strategizing how to meet my goal. Okay, that was a weird aside. If you're new to my channel, because I do have a couple of new subscribers, I'm a little rambly and I tend to sort of go a little bit sideways sometimes in my videos, so I apologize for that. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like to have get a conversation going, and there's so many things that I would love to hear what other people's thoughts are on, that I sometimes just throw out, like, this is what I'm doing and this is where I'm at. What are you guys doing? Back to the prompts. And the next prompt, back to only 15 points, is Vixen. I always like what the prompts are for Vixen, because Vixen is very like, Vixen, a Vixen. So this time it's a book you want to read, but you think it might be overhyped. So the book, okay, so this is one where I'm having a little bit of trouble choosing. So maybe you can let me know, drop a comment in the comments below which one you think I should read, because I can't choose between these two books, which have been on my shelf for a bit and like that I really do want to read, but I'm hesitant. I've been hesitant to pick them up because I'm not sure if they're overhyped. So the first one is Other People's Clothes by Kala Henkel. This got really hyped up at one point on BookTube and on Bookstagram. And it's about, I talked about it in my book haul, two students from New York who are living in Berlin, and they think their landlady is spying on them to get ideas for her crime novels. So, I mean, it sounds kind of fun, but I don't know how good it is because I haven't really heard anybody follow up on it. So I'm not sure. And I haven't actively searched to see if there are reviews or people talking about their reading experience of it. So there's this one. And then the other one is The Sentence by Louise Erdrich. And I have The Night Watchman by Louise Erdrich, but this one was longlisted and I think shortlisted for the Women's Prize this year. And I mean, it was really hyped up, and I just don't know. And then I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if, I know I want to read some Louise Erdrich, but I'm not sure that this is the great place to start, and I'm not sure if it's as great as everybody says, because I've also heard some people say that it wasn't so good. So it's a toss-up between these two books. So let me know in the comments below which one you think I should read for the Vixen prompt. And I'm just checking to see, none of these books are over 500 pages. There is the possibility of earning like extra points for your team if you read a book that's over 500 pages. It's called The Christmas Star, and you can earn an extra 25 points for your team. And I don't know, I don't think I can do that because I don't have any, I don't think, in my pile that are that long. Last year I did it all. I got all the points. It was my first time and I got all the points for my team. I was so happy with myself. I think I read The Overstory as the book that was over 500 pages. So I might change things around if I notice that I'm able to, you know, really, it seems like my reading is going really well and it looks like I might be able to finish all of the prompts. Then I might look at trying to up the ante and put in a 500 pager for one of them. But I haven't picked one out for this TBR because I think I'm feeling a little overwhelmed at the prospect of actually being able to complete all of these prompts. The next one is Comet. Oh, and this one I was also debating between two different books. Hang on. So sometimes for these prompts, like I can't find anything, and then sometimes for these prompts I find more than one thing and I don't know which one to use. This prompt, Comet, which is 25 points, is read a book with an astronomical word in the title. Sun, moon, star, that sort of thing. So the first thought I had was to read Clara and the Sun. I have not read Clara and the Sun yet, though, I mean, maybe this should be the book that I read that was really hyped. I could switch things around. I think part of the reason that I stayed away from Clara and the Sun was because I did think it was overhyped. But anyway, it has sun in the title, so it fits much better with this prompt. But I mean, like, I've also heard that some people enjoyed it, and I'm kind of intrigued by the concept. It's about Clara who has an AI friend. And that's kind of all I know about it. And then the other possibility was to read, the only other book that I had that had a word from the cosmos was Big Sky by Kate Atkinson. And I'm just a huge fan of Kate Atkinson. I haven't read this one, and it's one of the Jackson Brodys. So I don't know if I want to read the Jackson Brodie series out of order. Yeah, maybe I'll stick to Clara and the Sun. Okay, decision making is happening while I film. So Clara and the Sun for the... Sometimes you just have to talk these things out, you know? Clara and the Sun is going to be my pick for Comet, 25 points. Done. Still have to decide about the overhyped, though. and you can't pair, we can't double up on your prompts. Otherwise, I would totally double up on my prompts for the overhyped book and the book with the word, the astronomical word in it. The next one is Cupid for 15 points. This book I've been wanting to read for so long. Cupid, 15 points, a book with a favorite trope in it. So I don't know if I would say that I have favorite tropes. I feel like tropes, I mean, I know that tropes can extend over different genres, but I don't tend to read a lot of romance. So those romance tropes are not ones that, you know, I have a favorite of. But if I did have a favorite of a romance trope, it would be small town, like small town vibes, small town romance. And I've heard nothing but fantastic things about Early Morning Riser by Katherine Heine, and I really want to read it. I picked it up last year. It's got a beautiful cover as well. I just love the cover. And I know that it's like about a small community and a romance. That made me think, oh, that could work for someone like me who doesn't really read a lot of romances. So that's my pick for Cupid. Oh, it's making me so excited to read all of these books. I really hope I can get to them all. I know that my TBRs are always ambitious. I don't know, at the end of the year I might just do a thing where I go through and look at all my TBRs and all the books that did not get read. It'd be a funny video. My eyes are definitely bigger than my stomach, than my brain, than my hours in the day. Donner, 20 points. A book that you want to read, but you're not a fan of the cover. So I hope this isn't controversial for anyone, but this is a book that I talked about in my recent book haul and that I do really want to read. And after having heard from some of my viewers in the comments how good it was, I really wanted to push it up my TBR, and that's Rabbit Cake by Annie Hartnett. But I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of this cover. I mean, I don't really dislike this cover. I haven't read the book yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's specific to what's in the story, and then the cover will make a lot more sense. But I just think that graphically it's a little too bombastic for me. I'm more of this kind of cover kind of girl. Not a super fan of the cover, but I think it's going to be a really good book. This next prompt was so hard for the 8th choice. So the prompt was find a number using random number generator and then find a book whose last page ends with that number. And I'm telling you guys, no, my random number was 4. I didn't want to do it on camera because literally if I had done it on camera, we would be here forever because I had to go through every single book on my bookshelf. And I almost didn't find one. Most books seem to end on 0 or 6. I found 8. I even found 3. But I did not I finally found one book that I picked up while I was in the UK that ends on page 344. Look, see, It ends on page 344. Okay, that's the last page of the book because then it says appendix. And it's called Suite Française. It was actually recommended to me by my cousin when I was in the UK, so I'm sure it's actually going to be a really good read, by Irene Nemirovsky. It's about the war, set during the year that France fell to the Nazis. And I'm sure it's going to be really good. And just because it was a recommendation from my cousin who I trust, I think it'll be great. And I'm glad I found one that ends in 4 because I honestly was like, I think I might have to redo random number. I wanted to do it completely honestly, but if I didn't find something, I was going to have to roll it again. So that's good. Managed to find that one. And that is all of the books that I have in my pile, except for the last one. I'm gonna need y'all to help me out with, because the last prompt is Rudolph. It's worth 15 points. And I don't know if I'm gonna get there. Realistically, am I gonna get there? 8 books? Is it possible? I mean, it's possible. So if I get there, Rudolph, which is worth 15 points, is a prompt where you read the first book in a series. And I just don't really read series. There are only 2 series that I've read, and I've already read the first books. First book in the Kate Atkinson series that I mentioned, and the first book in Tana French's series. Oh, did you hear something? So the first book in Tana French's Dublin Murder Squad series. You don't have to bark at the noises. So yeah, those are the only 2 series that I've read. I'm not like a super big series reader, but I'm open to it. If anyone has any suggestions for me, maybe you can drop a comment about a series that I could try. What kind of genre? I mean, obviously, from what I said, I prefer murder mystery series. Maybe I could start the Louise Penny. Maybe I could do that. If I get to that point, maybe I'll do that. But I'm not sure I'm going to get to that point. So we shall see. You'll have to tune in to find out, right? So yeah, super exciting. Everybody has to give me their vote in the comments below. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Give me your vote in the comments below of which of these 2 I should read for most overhyped book. But like, I still have to read it, so can't be bad, right? But maybe just a little overhyped. It's such a fun time on BookTube because you start to go back and review your goals, and you look over what you've read for the year and what your favorite books of the year were, and you can make recommendations to people. I think the next video that I'm going to film is either going to be a wrap up for November, depending on if I have really enough books to wrap up, because that's how weak a reading month it's been for me, or I might do gift recommendations. Stay tuned. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. If you enjoyed watching, maybe let other people know about it, or click that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video. Go Team Candy Cane! Go Team Candy! Go Team Candy Cane! Okay, I'm taking it a little too far. I know. Bye. For the list, since it was on the list for the Booker Prize, since it was on the list for the Giller Prize. No. Rebecca, Frenchman's Creek. It's so recessed. It's so, oh well, I don't make the rules. I don't make the